Good afternoon. I thought I would do my own little demonstration of how I would construct my bow drill setup. I just watched another one, and I think it's interesting how many different techniques there are. So I'm going to show you how I would set up my bow drill to start a fire. Okay, here's my gear pile. I have a little baggie full of tinder. There's some jute twine in there and just some shavings. So I'll use that for a bird's nest. I got some spindles here, just some sticks. I don't know, various types of wood. I think two are cedar, and I think this one is maybe fir. I'm not sure. Just some I have left over. I have some various different bows I've used here. This one's fairly straight. This one's very curved, and this one's sort of medium curved. And if you notice, my bows I prefer to be basically like one arm length. And the reason that is because I figure I lose about that much of my bow just in my stroke. So if I want the most efficient length of stroke, that's why my bow is basically the length of my arm. As you can see, all these are basically the same. Like this one might get a little bit longer. This one's pretty rustic. I think I just grabbed this one off the side of the river. But yeah. And then for my fireboard, what do I got here? I got just a block of this one's like cedar. Oh, here's another spindle. This one's a little bit more used, another cedar spindle. I have a little piece of aluminum I use to catch my ember with. There's another board, a little bit more use that one. There's another board, and what I got? One more thing in there, I think. Oh, I got a little bearing block, so that's important. Oh, it looks like I got another spindle in there too. And a bowstring, perfect. Oh, that's my ferro rod. Yes, I was missing that thing. I wondered where that went. It's a brand new ferro rod, perfect. I'll use that up. And then also I have this little canvas mat that I will use for drilling on. And I'll just get a piece of paracord out of here for a bowstring. I'll be right back. Okay, unlike my friend, I do not need a flat taped bowstring. This is just a piece of regular paracord that I had into a loop, so I'm just going to tie it into a piece of string. It doesn't really matter the length as long as it's long enough. I don't really believe that you want your bowstring too tight, as I'll demonstrate. I think I'll use this one. So to tie my knot in the bowstring, it's really simple. I just make a lark's head like so. Install it on the end of the bowstring and draw it tight up against the knot like so. See? And then I'll select my spindle. Maybe I'll use, I like this one, looks pretty good, so I'll use this one. So what I'm going to do is just pre-wrap this, and just so I've got the right tension. So I don't want it too loose or too tight, so I want it to be like about that tight, maybe a bit more. And I can just wrap it around the end here. And the reason why I don't really need it too tight, and I'll show you in a second, and I don't even really need a knot there, because I hold that in my hand. So I'm just going to put a couple of loops around it. That way it's super easy to untie. And as you can see, that is my bowstring. So I pull it a little tight, see if it needs. So really, I want to be able to wrap my bowstring up super easy. I give it a little test, and that will be it. That's it. So my bow is strong, my spindle is launched or loaded, and now what I'll do is I'll clean up the end of my spindle a little bit. I'll demonstrate that next. Okay, so you want the best. You see, this one is a little bit pointy, so what I'm going to do is just decarbonize it a bit. So even if it was a brand new spindle, it doesn't matter. You want this black carbonized wood off. It's hard. It will lubricate the socket a little bit, so you want it sort of tapered like that, not quite. But the most important part is the spindle end. You want to make sure that is kind of like a wine bottle shape, because it'll wear down very quickly into your your socket here. So I make mine like a wine bottle shape because it's gonna wear this. Like you'll see, I'll make it about an inch long, inch and a half long, and it'll wear it right down. But you want this to be tapered so that you avoid the friction in your socket. You want it to be able to turn freely in there, like so. Okay, for this demonstration, I could use either piece. Maybe I'll use this one just because it's nice and easy. So what I'm going to do is take my spindle, which is right here, and I'm going to gauge how far in to the edge of the piece of wood it's going to be. So I want to dig my hole approximately about halfway width of the spindle. You want to be careful with your knife when you're doing this. You don't want to poke it into your leg or towards your hand at all. So basically what I do is I just make a little divot. You see the divot? Just like that. And then my spindle will burn into that right there. So I'll set this up now. I have my there you go. And you see how I set my spindle? I like my string to be on the outside of the string. And then if I need more tension as I'm drilling, I can squeeze this string and tighten the tension up. So, one thing I learned from a friend of mine is that sometimes it's easier to take your shoe off, get a better feel for the actual the drilling part. So I'm going to try and burn this hole in. No saliva in the top there. Put my foot on here and just give it a little quick burn in. You want to burn it in until it starts to smoke. And you can see sometimes it's slipping a bit. And I have smoke already. So now you can see my spindle is a little bit shaped a little bit better, and you can see it's where it's not rubbing. So there's a couple knots there. I'm going to take those off because I think they're interfering with my burn-in. Just give it a little bit of a taper around the edge so it can get in there better. You can see my hole is that one there. Now what I have to do is I have to cut a notch into that hole. Actually, I'm going to burn that in a little bit more. It's not quite as burned in as I want, so I'll be right back. All right, let's try this again and try and burn this in a bit more. A little spit in the... All right. So I'm basically putting no pressure on the bearing block. I'm just trying to get nice even strokes, keeping the spindle straight, up and down. And as you can see, it's already creating smoke. Okay, now I push on it a bit. Really burn that in. Okay, you can see the spindle's actually smoking. Okay, now this is where you want to have something like to capture your dust. So I'm going to capture that on the plate here. And I'm going to cut a notch into this piece here. Usually I would use a saw for this, but for this demonstration I'm going to do it with just my knife. Because I can. That should be enough to get us an ember. And you can see my hole is about a third of the way into the drill, maybe even a little bit more. And it's tapered a little bit down to the bottom so that when the ashes fall out, they'll land on my plate. Put that on my little piece of aluminum here to capture my ashes. Actually, I'm going to move the camera right here. See if I can get this nice and low. Just like that. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, let's turn it this way back so you can see the ember pile here being oops, I gotta put the drill in the bow. A little bit of saliva in the spit there. Alright, let's give it our shot here. So you can see how it's falling right into the hole. Okay, my string is slipping a bit. But I think it's because it's burned into my bearing block too much. So what I'm going to do is adjust. Okay, I'm not going to tighten my string quite yet. I don't think it's necessary. No ember yet. It's burning into my bearing block pretty quickly. Let's try one more time here. When you got it a little bit going like this, you want to keep it moving because it'll cool off really quickly. Some spit in there. See if that helps out. Oh, spilled it off there. Oh, that breeze is helping. And you can see I didn't even have to drill too deeply into that one to get that ember. Of course, it's just bone dry cedar, so a little bit easier. But yeah, there you go. Spindle, paracord, and yeah, there's your ember.